All right, folks, I'm here with Rick Presley. Morning, Rick.
Good morning.
Hey, this is the driving force behind this Cartercraft Boat Show. We talked a couple of years ago. You got this thing started, and I just want to, first of all, compliment you on getting this. This is awesome.
Thank you, Winston.
We stand in front of his boat, and he's from Indiantown, Florida. And tell us a little bit about what got you started with Cartercraft.
Okay. I bought a Cartercraft before I bought my first car when I was 15. And so when I graduated high school and had to go to work for a living, I had to sell it and buy a car. So all these years I've looked to find another one, and ran across this one in Minnesota with the guy that Bruce Danielson that started the Cartercraft Registry. And he and I kind of hit it off, and Winston sold me his boat, and or not Winston, sorry, Bruce Danielson sold me his boat, and I brought it back to Florida. And about 6 months after that, he transitioned the registry over to me, and I picked up with the newsletter, and I'm just thoroughly enjoy the history of the boats in the area.
And how many, I know you go online, how many folks are in the Cartercraft Registry, roughly?
We have, I think right now we're at 41 boats,
okay.
And we've got about another 20 guest members that have some tie to the Cartercraft family.
That's awesome. You sort of come back to the hometown of the Cartercraft and have this show, but you got everybody excited about it.
It's really good. I'm glad to have Bay Cars and Miller Marine in with us on this, and have Senator Gaynor's boats here, and this has been a really good turnout. And Mike Miller is really excited about this, and we've had quite a few conversations the last couple of days, and I think Mike's on board to help me out next year, and we're looking to have a couple dozen next year.
We're going to do this every year.
Yes, sir.
And we're excited about it. Okay, Rick is doing this little poster on the history of this boat. This is a classic find. Rick, tell us a story.
This boat was found in Champlain, Minnesota in '04, and it had been sitting under an oak tree for about 25 years, and Bruce found the boat and purchased it from the second owner and restored it. It's had no wood replacement done to it, just basically a light overhaul and revarnish. And the boat is in excellent shape. It was originally sold and owned by a guy from Northern Pacific Railroad and purchased from Lucky Marine in Hopkins, Minnesota. And he sold it to one of his employees who kept it up until 2004. And then Bruce picked it up, did a restoration that he finished in 2006. And then Bruce kept it, showed it quite a few years in Minnesota, and then I bought it in 2014.
That's the trip you made?
That's the trip.
To Indiantown.
I basically flew back from Cleveland on a Friday morning. We got in the truck with a trailer and drove to Minnesota. Got in there at like 9 a.m. on Sunday morning and loaded it up. And 3 generations of Presleys took delivery of the boat from Bruce, and that's the future owner of the boat, accepting the keys there at the exchange. And we hopped back in the car and the truck and trailer and brought it back to Florida, and managed to take in a Cubs game on the way out.
Go Cubs! And tell us a quick story over here. Come on down about the squirrel.
Well, when Bruce found the boat, it was covered up in about 5 tarps, and they had to evict a family of squirrels out of the boat to get it out of the yard. And so Bruce shared that the squirrel odor about forced him to get rid of the boat because of his wife's complaints about the garage smell. But so my grandson, we've gotten a little mascot here to kind of go along with the boat wherever we go. He even rides up the water hanging out the porthole.
That's cool. Good story. Well, again, thank you for all the hard work you did.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Winston.
A familiar face right here, Mike Miller. We've got Mike on before, and this is Mike's boat. This is beautiful, Mike. Tell us a story about this Carter boat.
I found it on 15th Street, and anyway, we used it a little bit, but it had a lot of soft wood and all, and the boys here putting on the show asked me if I would put it in the show, and when I got it off the roof, I had already tore the bottom out. So anyway, we put it back together. Had a good time doing it.
Well, it's got a number of there, 970. So 970. He numbered his boat, so your boat was number 970.
Yeah, and you need to talk to Harlan, and he might tell you more about it than I can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of boats built, but we can't figure out what the number, how they numbered them.
Yeah, this is awesome as far as you got your brass. You put brass on this, and
Yeah, it's probably not original, but then when everybody got them, they done them the way they want them. So.
Well, it looks beautiful.
This was left to Lee Kiner. It's an old cricket box that Bubba Nelson and Mark Thomas used to fish together.
That's 2 old timers, isn't it?
And that's Bubba's. If you want to, Lee said it's just like it was. Why don't you open it up and look in there?
How you doing, Winston?
Harlan, how you doing?
Doing good, bud.
Harlan Wilson, legend here with Carter Craft. Worked on them. How many years you worked with
Ever
them?
since I was 18 years old.
18 years. Wow.
This man right here knows a lot too.
No, all I know is what Harlan taught me.
Sam Harrison, good to have you.
That's all right.
Every tackle box has those in it.
That's good.
That is neat, ain't it?
Okay.
Hey, Ken. Ken, Chuck. You seen that?
I saw that. Yeah, Mike.
Oh, look at that one.
You know what? I had one and it laid around. I don't know what happened. But I tell you what I have got. I got boxes of everything.
She worked with me for about 15 years. And
All right, folks, I'm here with an amazing guy right here because this guy actually worked at Carter Craft Boat Company, Harlan Wilson. Harlan, good morning.
Good morning, bud.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, I started work with Carter Craft when I got out of high school at 18 years old. I just walked out my back door and started working with him because I live right there at it. I grew up with his kids, Mr. Carter's kids. In fact, whenever I went to work for him, his oldest boy was working there. He joined the Navy and I taken his place.
Okay.
So I took his son's place. And Mr. Carter was just like a son to me, a dad to me. He taught me everything I know about building a boat, or furniture, or cabinets, or whatever. He was top notch.
He knew he was a good builder, wasn't he?
He was a builder. He worked wood. You had to have a sharp pencil when you worked with him.
Why is that?
He said, don't use a dull pencil. He didn't want a big dark mark on a piece of wood. He said, I got a pencil sharpener over there. He said, I'll pay you to go over and keep that pencil sharp. You didn't use a dull pencil with him. No, you had to be a hard lead one so you wouldn't leave a dark mark on it. And that was just the type of man he was. He was cute.
Yep. Y'all turned out a lot of boats. How
Yes,
many men were working there at one time?
We had, when it was going full force, we had 75.
Wow.
It was built on like the pleasure boats out there, it was built on an assembly line. Started off with framing them, then started off with the bottom, then putting the keel on it, just in stages. Somebody had another piece of the boat. And according to what size boat we built anywhere from 50 to 18 footers. I don't think we built but 4 a day on those. That was 20 boats a week, the 18 footer. But the little 14 foot would build 50 a week, 10 a day.
And was that the most popular, the 14 or 16?
That was the most popular ski boat.
Ski boat, yeah.
Because back then it didn't have no big horsepower.
Yeah. So it was a small
Probably
boat.
25, 35, and that would pull a skier. And
Yeah.
the 14 foot was
And
a
then-
good ski boat.
Yeah, and I know Mr. Bobby Ecker, we were friends with Mr.
Bobby Ecker's good friend.
Yeah.
Good friend.
What about, and then he went into the fishing boats. Did he work with those too? Or?
Yes, sir, that was in the early 60s or mid 60s. Mr. Carter was strictly wood.
Yeah.
In Carter Craft, they changed over to that U.S. Royalite expanded rubber boat.
right.
He didn't like that, so he talked me into going over in Callaway and built a shop, built a little 14-foot fishing boats.
Yeah.
And 5 of us, when I was running the shop, 5 of us could build 10 a week with us.
Okay. 10 a week.
So we built quite a few boats, just 5 people.
Were they 14 footers?
14 foot.
Yeah.
Just a regular fishing boat. Well, the same hull, we could make a 14-foot ski boat.
Okay.
And that was a good seller too. All they had was just higher sides and windshield,
Yeah.
all that on there.
What are some of your favorite memories of
Oh boy, favorite memories. There's a lot of good memories about
That's
that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with my hands. I enjoyed building things.
Yeah.
And that brings back a lot of memories seeing these old boats that I worked on when I was probably 18 years old.
Wow.
Now I'm 80 years old.
And now you're going to build one more boat.
I'm going to build one more for my grandson right over there,
That's awesome.
and it's going to be his.
We're going to film that and have that.
All right. I'll call you when we start it, and you can build it in stages, because we're not going to build it all in one day.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to do that. But I want him to help me,
Yeah,
and I want to build one to leave him.
that's awesome. Thank you so much.
And like a fella told me the other day, he said, does he realize what a lucky guy he is?
Yeah, you're right.
That'd probably be the last one.
That's cool.
It'd be my last one, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And the next thing you know, I'm laying up under the bow staring once in a while doing a whole secret dog getting up to throw up over the side, and they're making fun of me. Ancient mariners home from the Navy, home from the sea, and watching throw up now.
You know, David Bush.
Similar story. My cousin and I, we were in.
Okay, folks, I'm here with Jane Hickey from Atlanta, Georgia. I want to try to get the story on each one of these boats, and your story on your boat is fascinating. Tell us the story of your cartercraft.
Well, my dad purchased it when I was about 13. He purchased it from a friend who had had it just a few months, and his wife said, no, we're not having a boat. So Dad purchased it from him, and we've had it ever since.
Oh my goodness, so you kept it in the family.
We have.
And what year is it?
It's a 1958 boat.
Okay.
It's a 1959 motor.
Wow.
Everything still works. We had it in the lake 2 weeks ago. So,
You've had it out in the water.
oh yeah.
It's still
There were a number of years that we didn't use it often because we got a different boat. And so this one was sort of at rest for a while.
Now, you're from Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay, what part of Atlanta? Where do you go to the lake up there? Lanier?
We go to Lake Allatoona, which is north of Marietta. My husband's family is from Marietta, and so they have a lake house there. And we keep this in a boat barn, a 4-bay barn.
Wow.
That where we store all the boats and have a dock there on the lake.
Well, someone in your family just had the vision to save this in the family, so that is just awesome. So I want to compliment you.
Well, thank you.
I mean, that's awesome that you keep something this, 1958, it's still in the family.
Yes.
It's a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
I guess when you get out, they turn heads when you get out on the water.
Well, particularly at the boat ramp when we're launching it or bringing it in, people, oh wow, how old is that boat?
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much for bringing it all the way down here.
Well, you're very welcome. We've enjoyed the process of. We had to redo the trailer some. The wheels and the hubs and the tires and all that had to be.
So you pulled it on the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't put it on the trailer. You put it on the original trailer.
Yes, that is the original trailer.
Oh my goodness, from Atlanta. That's awesome.
But it needed new tires.
Well, we can understand that. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Okay. Okay, this is Jim. Okay, this is Jane's husband, and so I'm looking at this ladder. That's what's amazing. I've never seen this is the original ladder.
Yes.
That is amazing.
It's of that. I don't know that it came with the boat, but it was bought to use with the boat.
Yeah, I believe it
at
did.
the beginning. Yeah.
Well, how do you like driving it?
It runs very smooth. It's not good in choppy water because the bottoms are really flat.
Yeah.
So, but it makes it really speedy for smaller motors, which, of course, back when these were built, biggest motor, this was the biggest motor that you could get, which was a 50 horsepower.
Yeah.
And it moves really good for skiing.
Well, y'all still ski it? Y'all actually ski behind the boat. Y'all might be the only ones to do this. This might be the last boat in cartercraft, seriously, last cartercraft boat in America that actually still working that was intended.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got it scheduled for put the grandkids on trainer skis this past summer behind our pontoon boat. And so next summer they're scheduled they'll be behind this one, learning to do it.
You got to send us a video of that'd be awesome.
If I could find some bindings, I'd put them on the old original Cypress Garden skis. And because they're fantastic to ski behind because they're wide and long, and so it doesn't take a big horsepower motor to pull you up, and plus they're very smooth running. And so we're just going to give that a shot this coming summertime.
That's cool.
I was holding it in back here with the glue all of it. Sure made it a lot easier. he was standing by nailing it. If you ever seen him nail the 16 hammer, tap, 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 just like a rivet.
Okay, a lot of you folks know this young man here, Ken Thomas. Ken. Know him. I've known Ken. He used to be a famous softball player, but
famous for what we don't know. But
the Thomas family, who's been outdoorsmen over there in Parker and all, y'all been around outdoors.
5 generations.
5 generations of the Thomas family.
Parker.
In Parker.
Yeah.
So it's always great to run into them, and you appreciate these old boats, don't you?
They were made about a block from where I live right now.
Yep.
So, and my dad and I owned one just like that, one of the little fishing boats, from 1966 until about 80.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everybody knew about Carter boats.
And we're talking about so many people here at the show that had one, or and that history. And you did a lot of fishing out of them, didn't you?
As much as I could.
And you still do a lot of fishing.
I do.
You and Mike Helms, y'all go to Louisiana.
Yeah, we do.
And we just found out we fished some places over in Gaston County, Little River, and
Ocklawackney River,
and
Lake Talquin.
Lake Talquin. So, but the Thomas family, they're legendary about their outdoors. They've been some fine fishermen.
Yes.
So, well, good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you, Winston.
Okay.
I'm working on the campus.
Sam, I thought you built one or two of these.
Me and Harlan built one. We're fixing to build 3 more.
All right, folks, we're coming in from another angle now. We're going to talk to someone who's been behind the boat, Tanya Stacks.
There you go.
Okay, listen, local girl here, but what you were able to do, you actually water skied in Cypress Gardens. You got to tell the folks this story. What happened?
Well, when I was about 16 or 17, my sister and I saw an ad in the paper where they were looking for people to ski. We went and tried out, and we could do it all, and so we played with that for about 5 years. All summer, we skied everywhere in the southern states, and then we would come home back here, and we would have shows here during the weekdays, but we'd go off for 3 or 4 days and have shows all over the southern states and had a good time.
You were a skiing professional.
I was a skier, got paid as a helped pay for my first car.
That's cool. And you learned how to ski right here?
Well, I've been skiing since I was about 6 years old.
That's awesome.
I held the world's record in jumping about 5 times. And when Esther Williams made that movie, I've forgotten the name of it, there was a part in that movie where she had to go over the ski jump, and that was me.
No kidding.
We did that down at Cypress Gardens.
Wow.
Yeah. She was a lovely lady. She was as much of a lady as she appeared to be. I was just inspired to even meet her, much less be a part of that thing. It was
well, it's not every day you get to talk to someone who actually knew Esther Williams. Wow.
Well, she was a lovely lady, and
Okay.
I was.
Well, listen, they had a cartercraft down there at Cypress Gardens, and you would ski behind them about 10, 1 or 2, or.
Oh my goodness! If you go in there and look at the pictures, you'll see. Now, when I was competing, yes, it was cartercrafts, and I don't even know the boats that they used at Cypress Gardens, but you would just imagine it would be a cartercraft if they had any sense.
How many people do you ski with at one time?
The biggest that we did with enough boats and all was probably 18 or 20, but in our ski show, our group of girls, there was 6 of us, that we did the ballet and all kinds of trick skiing, and then I was the one that went over the ski jump as the girl part of them.
Wow, so you had the record on jumping then?
I don't know, 3 or 4 times, I can't remember. It wasn't any big deal. To me at that time, everybody, hey, within 4 weeks somebody else would break it, then I had to go break it again.
Well, that had to have been a thrill, though, going on that.
Here's the nicest thing about it. As a teenager, I was busy. At night, I was busy. We didn't go out and do crazy things. We were too tired, even if we wanted to. We stayed in shape. And all of us girls that I was with at that time were lovely, lovely young ladies. And I appreciated that, and I appreciated my mom and dad.
Oh, that's awesome. You ever hear from any of those girls?
Well, Nan, that's here right now,
Okay.
she's the one that put the pictures up in there of all of us.
Okay.
And she's here, and my sister's with the Lord right now. But some of the other girls, I don't know where they are.
Oh, well, so great talking to you.
It's lovely,
Great
lovely.
story.
So nice to see these boats out here, and just brings back good memories.
And you remember the red and black ones? You remember?
Oh yeah, we were We had the bright colors, but we had 2 big engines on our boat because it had to be 2 big engines to pull all those girls up
that's strong.
and take off, you know.
Yeah. That's cool.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good to talk to
It's
you.
a pleasure.
Okay.